Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Ram,
Jyoti Mataji, are you
Hare
doing today?
Krishna,
Yes, Mataji, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you please start?
Aditi Mataji will be doing greeting, right? Usually.
Aditi
Okay,
Mataji.
you can go ahead, Radha Jyoti Mataji. You can do it.
Yeah, please start.
I'm ready for the question answers. I lost the content of the starting meeting.
Okay, Nandapriya Mataji, are you available? I can also do otherwise.
Yes, Mataji, I am available.
Okay, go ahead, Mataji, start.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Nandapriya Narmada Devi Dasi from Charlotte, welcoming all of you to the Bhakti Sanga conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic verses. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prem. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Yeah, prior to that, may I know who all have joined the call today?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvindaksh from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksh Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. Please accept my beloved obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Introduction I shared in the group, Mataji. Will you be able to read it or shall I read it? I can also read if you want.
Yeah, I will read them.
Yeah, I shared in the group.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for sharing your background picture, Mataji. It's very nice with Guru Maharaj.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Nana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Are there any other devotees who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shyama Gauri Devidasi, no Charlotte, and welcome back, Mataji. I hope you are feeling better.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Shyama Gauri Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. My pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Conference. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Radha Pramodh Prabhuji on the call to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 9th chapter, 47th sloka. Before handing over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read a brief introduction about Prabhuji. There is a brief introduction. Radha Pramodh Prabhuji came to his Krishna consciousness in the year of 2001. And Prabhuji got initiated in 2006 by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And Prabhuji completed Bhaktivedanta Vidyapit from BVRC services. Prabhuji is rendering services as a managing and preaching center in Hyderabad, training and educating corporate youth. And Prabhuji gives daily sessions on Asta TV and other local channels. And Prabhuji is also conducting online Bhagavatam sessions for many devotee groups around India. And this is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept our humble obeisances. Glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving your very valuable time and association towards this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 9th chapter, 47th sloka. Prabhuji, whenever you're ready, please take the call. Prabhuji.
Yes.
Welcome to the call.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 7, Chapter 9, text. This is chapter entitled Prahlad pacifies Lord Narasimha with prayers. Text 47. रूपे इमे सदसति त्वदे वेदशिष्टे बीजाङ्कुरैव इव न चान्यद्रूपकस्य युक्त्वा समक्षमयत्र विचक्षते त्वाम् योगेन वह्निमवदारुषु नान्यतत्स्यात्. Word meaning. Rupe in the form, image, these two, Sat Asati, the cause and the effect. Tava, your, Veda Siste, explained in the Vedas. Bijang Kuro, the seed and the sprout, Iva, like none other, Cha also. Anyata, any other, Arupakasya, of you, who possesses no material form. Yuktva, Yukta, those engaged in the devotional service, samaksham, before the very eyes, ubhayatra in both ways, spiritually and materially, chakshatena, cha, can actually see, tvam, you, yogena, simply by the method of devotional service, vahanim, fire, iva, like, darshu, in wood, not, anyataha, from either means. Sir, is it possible? Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: by authorized Vedic knowledge, one can see that the form of cause and effect in the cosmic manifestation belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the cosmic manifestation is His energy. Both cause and effect are nothing but energies of the Lord. Therefore, O my Lord, just as a wise man, by considering cause and effect, can see how fire pervades wood, those engaged in devotional service understand how you are both the cause and effect. Purport. As described in the previous verse, many so-called students of spiritual understanding follow the 10 different methods known as Maunam, Vrata, Srita, Tapo, Dana, Swadharma, Vyakya, Raho, Japa, Samadhayah. This may be very attractive, but following such methods, one cannot actually understand the real cause and effect and the original cause of everything. Janmadhyasya yataha. The original source of everything is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Sarva Karana Karana. The original source of everything is Krishna, the Supreme Ruler. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. He has his eternal spiritual form. Indeed, he is the root of everything. Bijam Mam Sarvabhutana. Whatever manifestation exists, their cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This cannot be understood by so-called silence or by any other hegopedic method. The Supreme Cause can be understood only by devotional service, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktyamam Abhijanati. Elsewhere in Srimad Bhagatam, the Supreme Godhead personally says, Bhaktyam Ekaya Grahyam. One can understand the original cause of all causes, Supreme Person, only by devotional service, not by show bottle exhibition. Om Gyan Timiran Dasya Jnana Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So here we will try to understand this verse from Bhagavatam, the prayers which Prahlad is trying to offer to the Lord, and what is his realization. This is what Prahlad feels about the Lord, because in the previous verse, if you see, that verse is connected to it. In this, he says that Maunam Vrata Sutta Tapo Tanana Swadharmya Dharma Vakyaraho Japa Samadhya Apavargya Praya Param Purushate Ajitendriyanam Varta Bhavati Putina Vartatu Dambikana. He says that a person who is falsely proud, there are 10 prescribed methods on the path of liberation: to remain silent, to observe vows, to amass all kinds of Vedic knowledge, to undergo austerities, to study Vedas and other Vedic literatures, to execute the dharmas of Varnashrama, to explain the Shastras, to stay in a solitary place, to chant the mantra silently, and to be absorbed in trance. These different methods for liberation are generally only a professional practice and means to livelihood for those who have not conquered their senses. Because such persons are falsely proud, these processes must not be successful. This is what he says. Now he says how it will happen then. Okay, that you are telling will not happen because they are falsely proud. He says by authorized Vedic knowledge, one can see the form and cause and effect in the cosmic manifestation belong to the Supreme Personality. But the cosmic manifestation is both cause and effect are nothing but his energies. Therefore, O my Lord, just as a wise man, by considering cause and effect, can see how fire pervades wood, those engaged in devotional service understand how you are both and God. So, it is not by any of the 10 methods that are mentioned in the 46th verse. It is engaging in devotional service one can understand. Now, this analogy is very interesting, where he says that both cause and effect are nothing but energies. Like the analogy is given, oh my Lord, just as a wise man by considering cause and effect can see how fire pervades wood. Now, if you see, the fire is there already in the wood, and it is holding the fire, and the fire will burn the wood also. The wood is the cause of the fire, and the effect is it will burn the wood also. It is the both cause and effect. Effect is it get burned. The cause is the wood only. That means here this cosmic manifestation, we have to see the cause is Lord and the effect is also Lord. Means what is happening is Lord. What is happened, what is the source is also Lord only. Now, what is the benefit we get by knowing it, right? Like we may get the question, okay, if cosmic manifestation from the Lord, it is again going back to the Lord, resting on the Lord. The change is Lord. The thing that is changed is Lord. How does it matter? This matters because we will easily get rid of this pride, which is the cause of our staying in this material world. The reason why we continue to remain in this material world is because of pride. And the previous verse, which is speaking all these things, is indicating that this may increase the pride without devotion. Like any of these activities which are mentioned, to remain silent, to observe vows, to amass all kinds of Vedic knowledge, undergoing austerities, study of Vedas, executing Varnashram Dharma and Shastra, solitary place, silence, trance, all these things basically they are increasing the pride of a person. That is the greatest danger. Now, if we continue to remain like that, it's very dangerous. Now, to help us to get rid of pride, so devotion exactly is opposite. No, this is what is holding us to this this material world, the pride. Now, how to overcome that? We'll try to analyze it. We'll try to understand a little bit on how to overcome. Like it's a big topic, but we will understand that this is because of the pride is because of our wrong identification. And this is ego and pride. They look similar, but it's an attachment. We'll try to understand the cause, how it is manifested, how it is formed, and how it is holding us. Now, initial stage of consciousness is very pure before it touches the ground with some kind of dirt, like it's a pure water falling from rain. Now, it looks if we look at our consciousness, we'll see that it's very easy to unbalance. It is very easy to excite it. The slightest word, somebody said something, they said their opinion, and somebody cast some glance upon us in a different way. Immediately, it causes imbalance in us. No, the correctness of what we are doing immediately causes indignation inside. There is a storm or some extraordinary thing. This is actually storms of extraordinary things are happening because the devotee looked at me in a different way, or he just said his opinion about me. As such, there is some vibration in the ether, but somehow it affects us. And this is a tragedy. Now, there is another and there is another quality of concentration and immutability is also not inherent in our consciousness. It is not, we are not able to concentrate. We jump from one object to another, one topic to another. The reason is because of this only. There is ego, there is pride. The reason that the consciousness loses its original property is because of this pride. And when we like for a second that our consciousness has returned to this state, like we are completely calm and always focused, we feel very good, we feel very happy, strong. These things give a person very great internal strength, and a person develops this quality in himself. So what bhakti does now helps us to develop this internal quality. It's not about developing this quality, but about the return of these qualities, because they already belong to us. It's a rightful claim for us. All these qualities of peacefulness, they are actually rightful claim for us. They already, but the focus, now that's the reason all these things, the yogas and all, they are doing for these reasons only, so that they can come to their original state. But unfortunately, what happens, because the identity is coming, we start becoming proud instead of coming to our original state and returning to original. All these 10 processes which are mentioned in this 46th verse are helping us to come to return our consciousness to original state. It is not only return to the state, but to preserve it, establish itself, and stay it in all the time. That is the reason all these methods are mentioned. But what happens here is, unfortunately, we are not able to give up our ego. That is the reason. This is a main difference, which is causing us not to remain in that state. I'll try to explain. Ego is our number one enemy. I will open a new. So we'll try to analyze few things and understand what exactly is happening here. uh, now all the 10 processes that are there, they are meant to bring us to original consciousness. That means to make our mind calm, basically. So, two things I told about mind. One is to make it calm and to focus, to keep it calm. And second is to keep it focused. So, these are the two things that we have to achieve with our mind. We have to make it calm. Another is we have to make it focused. Now, what affects is, I told the example, if somebody is speaking about us anything, what is happening is this calmness is disturbed. How can he say something about me? How can he pass a judgment on me? How can he look at me in this way? So this is disturbing the calmness. And second thing is focus. When we sit for chanting, we know how much difficult it is focus. That means we are not in our natural state. That's why. Now, the reason for these things. So now all the 10 methods are supposed to achieve this. Now, why it is not happening? Why we are not able to achieve these things? The main enemy is ego. You're understanding? So, because of ego, in spite of doing, so if you see the list, they're very big list and very nice practices also. We may say, like we'll just again go through the list that is given here. What all things? Remaining silent, observing vows, amass all kinds of Vedic knowledge, austerities, study of Vedas, following Varnashrama, and to stay in a solitary place, to chant mantra silently also, to be absorbed in trance. No, the list is very good. But why it is not working? The main enemy is ego. And how bhakti it is going to work. And the solution what Prahlad is giving, by bhakti you can understand. Now we will see this process, they are not working because of ego, and we'll make some analysis on it. If you know the reason, then we will come out of it. Then we'll try to work on this, because it leads to exactly opposite things. Ego is the reason that human consciousness is changing. Okay, this is the most general formation. Like there are 5 causes of human sufferings. There are, of course, many causes, but some different analysis, different ways. So in Yoga Sutra, it says 5 causes of human suffering. So there, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. This we heard in Bhagavatam also, and this is from the, and raga is attachment, asmita is false ego, abhinivesh means fear of death, dvesha means hatred. Like we know all these things. So avidya means ignorance. Avidya, after ignorance, what is the second thing that holds us is ego. Ignorance anyway there. And second thing that is holding, so we will write here 5 causes of suffering. So first is avidya, and asmita is the second one. So this is ego. This is ignorance. Now we are trying to address this part of ego. What is the cause that is holding us? Now, in accordance to Yoga Sutra, also the cause of human suffering. Now we'll see how this mechanism works. other, like first, this is a sleeping state, ignorance. And that for the cause of suffering are 4 degrees of manifestation of man. The first is we can sleep. This is sleeping state. This is cause of suffering. The second is that we can, it is weakened manifestation. This is like different degrees within that. Sleep, little awakened, little more awakened, like that. Now, these are all states of mind only. Within ego also there are different levels of ego. One of the cause of suffering, okay, we'll try to discuss these 4 manifestations, but very important one. I'll make it simple first of all, then we will just, I will just, sorry, I'll give one simple thing, then we'll go in a more detailed way. So I will just explain ego. All devotion is we are working with change of ego. So when we are doing devotional service, it is change of ego. So main activity, why bhakti, it is one way looks very simple, but it is not simple also. Why it is not simple? Because we always have to work with this ego. Other methods which are mentioned, the 10 methods, people are going to Himalayas and doing tapasya. It is in one way easier than doing devotional service also. Because in going Himalayas and doing, you can continue to keep our ego intact. No need to do anything with ego. You can have your ego and you can do tapasya. But devotional service, it is not possible only with ego. First thing we are told is, we are servant. Because we are told we are servant, immediately the ego is changing. Like people, Janmashtami, thousands of people came to our temple. And we were at the bookstall. We are trying to call people, please take book, please take books. And nobody's interested. Hardly people came, took book. Very few people are interested. I know when I saw the queue, I thought, wow, so many people are interested in Krishna. I was so excited. I thought we can do so much book distribution. We can give them Krishna. They all want it. But honestly, they don't want. Why? They want something from Krishna. So this is a difference. That what is the difference is they want Krishna to help them in their own enjoyment. So they don't want Krishna. But what they want? Something from Krishna. Something from Krishna for what? To fulfill their own material desires. That means they have this, they have their own identity. They want to enjoy in this world and they want somebody to help their enjoyment. That's very simple for them. And today they will go to, now Janmashtami, they'll come to Krishna temple. And then after some days, Ganapati comes, they'll go to Ganapati. After some day, Navaratri comes, they go to any other place. It does not matter for them. What they need is, they need something from whom they are worshipping. Very few people are interested in Krishna. That's why Krishna is saying Manushanam Sashti. Interested in Krishna means, okay, some people may be curious, they want to read. But still that does not start their devotion also. Where it starts is when we want to develop relationship. All these 10 processes, why it is not working? Because you don't want relation with Krishna. Here, devotion means we want to develop a relation with Krishna. This is the most important thing. Now, to develop relation with Krishna, what is the first thing? Relationship means, relation means service. That means dadati pratigruhnati guhyamakyati puchati bhungte bhojate shadvidam priti lakshana. There are 6 exchanges. That means I have to invest in the relationships. So investment. So investment in relationship. So I want to invest in relation means now like I want to develop close friendship with some of the persons. And my colleague or neighbor or some relative, somebody. What I have to do? I have to invest. Invest how? I'll go for his birthday, marriage. So same thing we are doing. Janmashtami is Krishna's birthday. So I'm interested in person Krishna. So I want to invest in the relationship. So I'm going for his birthday, chant for him, dance for him, do something for him. So relation means we have to give. Now we may say, okay, I will go and give, but what Lord will give it to me? So Lord already gave. Krishna is already giving. He is giving air, water, air, fire. He is giving sunlight. Not only that, our ability to see, our ability to hear, our ability to speak, he is already giving. So he invested already in the relationship. He is expecting from our side. And Krishna, not only that, he says, Suhurdam Sarvabhutana. He says, I am the closest friend of you because I am doing so much for you. And I know you from not one this lifetime. No, from eternity I know you. And everything about you I know you in and out. There is nobody in this world who can say they know about you, but I can guarantee that I know about you. That's what Krishna. So he gave into the relationship. He invested in the relationship, and he wants us to invest in the relationships. And how we invest in the relationship? By serving him. And now there are two things here. If I want to say, if I go to somebody came to temple, so I want to develop relation with that person. So how do I develop relation to a guest? First, you go and ask the name. Now with Krishna, if you want to develop relation, we also chant his name. Right? We also start with chanting the name because relation means name. Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela. Then only it was, it's more subtler and subtler anyway. Now we are investing in the relationships. And another investment in the relation is no expectations. So first is service. Second is no expectations. Oh, so we are rendering service, we give gifts, we also invest in the relationship like investing in relationship, we said attending birthdays and all these things. No expectations will come. Services, we want to give Lord more and more. We have to, Krishna is telling, get me some flower, no, fruit, and distribute books, preach, and conduct festivals. All the things we are doing service. Like Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, no, whoever is distributing this knowledge is very dear to me. We are pleasing him because we are rendering service. We are doing things which he likes, not I like. This is a very important difference is there. People, they say, I will do everything and I offer to Krishna. This is another problem. So, people say, I will offer everything to Krishna. But that is not devotion. We have to offer things which he likes. That is devotion. This is Nishkam Karma Yoga only. This is Nishkam Karma Yoga. Offer everything. Yat karosha dasna siddhishosi. That is all external. Even Lord Chaitanya says, Eho Bahya. They are external. Because you are doing and you are offering. But there is no relationship. I want to develop relation means I should do what he likes. And no expectations. All the relationship, whatever problems which you are facing within the family, wife, husband, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, this, that, any relationships, brothers and all, is because of expectations only. This expectations is because these expectations are because of lust in our intelligence. Because of lust in intelligence, there are expectations. Now, when it comes to Krishna also, no? Oh, from 10 years I am chanting, 6 months I am chanting. Now something good should happen to me. I attend Janmashtami festival. I did 3 days service in the temple. Something good should happen to me. Something good should happen. Anytime we have these expectations, na, that means we are not very eager for that relation with Krishna. Why Krishna is not doing anything for me? I sometimes fight with Krishna. I argue with Krishna. I know people say such statements. That means they don't have devotion. It means they are not they didn't understand the philosophy clearly. Why this is happening to me? Why this is happening to me? Why things are not improving for me? I don't know, I'm doing so much bhakti. Why Krishna is not listening to my prayers? Then now this person are still interested in their. This is selfishness. You are still interested in yourself. Expectations means we are still interested in ourselves. Then you will never understand what is Krishna. Like many people go to so many temples, they go to Balaji in Tirupati. They make so many wishes. And Lord fulfills them. And they feel sick. My Lord listens to my prayers. Lord is least bothered. He said, take it and get lost from here. Lord is not interested in that person. If somebody goes and says, my dear Lord, I don't want, I want you, then Lord comes. So here, what is the difference? Where the difference comes? Okay, I am offering everything to the Lord. I am doing so much and I am giving everything. Because ego is still, I am in the center. So that's why the ego is still there. Not possible to understand Lord. But when I stop thinking about myself and start thinking about the Lord, then ego is changed. Why we think about the Lord? Because I am a servant, na? Because I am a servant, I have to think about the Lord. When the child is very small, mother and father, they serve the child. Both of them, they are absorbed in the child. And anything child will do, no, he will just cry and he will pass urine and stool. That's all. Child don't do anything. But both mother and father are serving because they identified themselves as he is mine and we have to serve him. No expectations. That's why they experience some sort of bliss in the initial stage till the child grows. Similarly with the Lord also. We can experience bliss without expecting we start serving the Lord. There is no ego. So the devotion means we are freeing ourselves from this ego, wrong identity. I am servant of Krishna. Whereas other processes, that the 10 methods which are mentioned, there are so many lists in that. This. But still everything for me. Everything I do for me only. Why do you do silence? So that I get purified. Why you want to do japa? I get purified. Why you want to understand Vedas? Because I want. So in all the cases, it's I only. It is not for the pleasure of Lord. When it comes to bhakti, okay, whatever I don't know what, I am fool, I don't know much, I will do for me. Normally also, this is how the system is given. Like if somebody want to get free, they want to be free from fear. That means somebody wants fearlessness. Now the formula how Lord created is if you give charity more and more, that means you are giving charity. Charity and you are giving to the people and needy more and more, we become fearless. Now what is but logically it is not logical, right? See, if you have more money, we are more secure. That's what people feel. Like, no, I have 100 crores. Why? For future security. And now they want to feel more and more secure. That's why they acquire more and more. But unfortunately, what happens? They are becoming fearful. But if you give charity, you become fearless. That is the system that is created by the Supreme Lord. Like a person who is giving charity, he can experience more fearlessness than a person who is just acquiring. He may be having crores of rupees. But if we want to be fearless, don't make into multiply into crores. You start giving. You may have more money, but more we are able to give, more we are becoming free. That means what is happening? Our ego, we are not identifying with it so much. That's how we are getting free. More insecurity. Like, no, I have now our house. We don't have to keep much security here. But if I have more money, then I have to keep a guard there. Then I have to keep a dog there. Then I have to keep CCTV cameras because the money is increasing in my house. Then I had to keep some burger alarms. I had to keep. So much I had to. Then I had to keep a gunman because if I have some. So the more I have, more security I had to keep. That means more I am feeling insecure. It should happen opposite, right? But the way is fearlessness. So here also the ego is what is holding us. Now I start identifying myself as servant of Krishna. I start serving him. That's all. You know him. Because like, why will I speak about myself to a stranger? But if I know this person is my friend or relative, then I'll tell about him, about myself. I'll tell what am I, how am I. I can relate to him because he is interested in me. Why will I tell about a stranger? That means Krishna can be known only when he reveals. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavya Mukhyante. The Lord can be known only when he revealed. And when he reveals, Krishna is telling, Bhakto Sime Sakacheti Rahasyam Hetaduttamam. Because you are my Bhakta, you are my devotee, and you are not envious of me. No? Anusuyave. That's why I am telling about you, Krishna says in one. So to understand Krishna, we need to gain his faith. Krishna, I am interested in you only. What about money? What about good health? What about good career? What about name and fame? What about family? No, Krishna, that is not very important. You are important for me. I will do anything for you. And Krishna says, really, if any problem happens, any crisis happens, will you complain? No, Krishna, I will not complain because I am interested in you. No, if everything goes bad in your life, no problem, Krishna, because I am interested in you. So Krishna will make sure he will test in all areas. And once we clear all areas, then say, okay, Krishna says, okay, I tested you and you proved right that you are not interested in any of these things in the material world. You are interested in me. Because you are interested in me, I will give myself to you. That's how it works. So Krishna will make sure that we are really prove that I don't care anything of this world. Like Kulishekar always says, Nindanti Bandhavas Sarve, all let my relatives and friends and everybody betray me and everybody leave me, everybody abandon me. No, Govinda Mama Jeevanam. He says, my dear Lord, I just want you. So that is actually what is expected. Then that is what is devotion. That means what about your name? Everybody will insult you. You will lose your name and fame. No problem, Krishna. For me, you are there. I am your servant. What else I need? I just want you, and you be happy with me. I cannot do much also. Whatever little endeavor I'll make, you be pleased with that. And we try to please him. We make an endeavor, little bit, whatever. And then it is up to Krishna because anyway, the intelligence, the strength and abilities are given by Krishna. So he will be pleased and he will, whatever he pleases will happen. So it's a formula is very simple. Now, because Krishna sees that, oh, this person's really, he will make sure that we understand more and more about him because we have given up the ego. That is actually what is needed. All Bhagavatam stories, you see, they are just given up. Parikshit Maharaj, you are losing everything. No problem. Krishna is there for me. You will lose your kingdom. Atmajaya, Sutagara, Pashu, Dravina, Bandushu, Rajya, Chavikle, Nityam, Virudha Mamatam Jishu. So Parikshit Maharaj, you are losing everything. He says, no problem. I have Krishna now. Then Krishna revealed himself through Bhagavatam. Everything about Krishna is known to him, to the highest degree of his relation with gopis. Everything Parikshit Maharaj could understand because he proved to Krishna, Krishna, I am least bothered. I don't need. I want you only. There is no ego. What others are thinking about me, what this person thinks about me, what about my name, whatever. No. I want Krishna in life. I am ready to give up anything. Krishna says, if you are ready, I am also ready. That is how it works. And no other methods. Other methods looks externally very good, but ego is holding. That's why it's a failure only. Now, few more things about ego, because it's a cause of suffering. And sometimes this manifests very rudely. They like sometimes if I stand in front of mirror, I understand. This is the ego. When ego manifests is an obvious way. And we can see also sometimes children, and there sometimes you need to keep it that but there are different degrees of manifestations. Very strong, it manifests, the person suffers also very much. A selfish, self-centered person is always dissatisfied. He always offends others and he will try to lower others. And we have seen such persons, many of you have experiences. Because that means a person with an empty ego constantly requires attention and is unsatisfied all the time. As a result of this, it is impossible to saturate his ego. And I have seen literally people, I heard from others and I saw, they appoint people, very rich people, they appoint somebody under them who just have to glorify him regularly. You are such and such, you are so this, you are so that. I didn't understand. One time I went to one temple inauguration. He was a very rich man, very, very rich. And he personally spent just 1 crore rupees for installation the temple only from pocket many years back. And I was traveling with him and he has one assistant. I was thinking, okay, he's assistant. But I was thinking, I was traveling with him regularly, he's glorifying only. I didn't understand why he's so much glorifying all the time. Okay, he's giving his salary, but I understood that he's paid for that only. So, like people who manifest egos, this is the first state. Second level of ego is that manifests sometimes and go. It happens in between husband and wife. Sometimes it manifests, sometimes it is cool. It does not appear. It's in normal. Like it comes and manifests, is pathological. When it is needed, it is manifesting. There is a fight. And sometimes they are cool with each other. And what exactly is hurting is ego only hurts, right? If somebody says, Prabhuji, you gave such a bogus class. And what hurts? Ego hurts. Array, I thought I am a good preacher. No, this fellow is showing me reality. So it is hurting, but we have to accept. So to the degree we have ego, it is manifesting. And sometimes a person thinks about others and sometimes only about himself. And this is what it happens to in general. We are thinking about others sometimes and sometimes we are. And if the ego is suppressed or weakened, according to Yoga Sutra, it is a person who is practicing spirituality. Like all of us, we are trying to do that. Who are practicing spirituality. Spiritual practice leads to the fact that the cause of suffering loses its power over us. The cause of suffering is reducing for us. What is the cause of suffering? It is one of the cause of suffering, ego. Now the ego is reducing, the cause of suffering that is reducing. So I'll write for you. For spiritual practice, the causes of suffering is reduced. Why? Ego is reduced. So to the degree we are identifying I am servant of Krishna, this is very important difference also. Like if I have still that identity, I have to offer it to Krishna. But if I think I am servant of Krishna, I need not offer anything to Krishna. I only do for Krishna. This difference morning also I was discussing. So there are two things. One is offering to Krishna, doing it for Krishna. So offering to Krishna, ego is, we are separate ego. Doing it for Krishna, servant ego. So this is actually what we want. This is devotion. This is karma yoga, nishkam karma yoga. So this is a major difference. In this, I don't have separate identity. I have only one identity. I am servant of Krishna. Anything I do only for him. I don't know have anything to do. Like we always take this example. Say if I am hired by a so and so company, not that every day I have to go and offer something to the boss. No, whatever you do, it is for the boss only. You need not go and say in the end of the day, boss, this is all I am offering to you. This is whatever you did whole day, that is for me only. No need to offer separately. Because you already are given a designation. You are a senior manager, you are a junior trainee, you are this, you are that. Already designation is given according to that. What is the designation means? Designation is ego, servant ego of the company. They give the ego first and then they tell now you act according to the ego. That when you go to the company, all the titles that are given are what they are giving, they are giving ego only. And then they gave the ego, and then because ego is one which will make us act. Ego will make us perform activity. Now, if I take an ego of a servant, I act as a servant. That is why with the devotion we can understand Krishna. Because I only do for him, I don't know anybody else. I only have one master. That is Krishna. We have many masters, that is a problem. This is a very simple formula. And now what is happening, because I have a servant ego, at least I am driving. What is initiation? Initiation means we are given an ego as servant, Das. So the main important part of the name is Das. That means I am servant. So this Das and Dasi also. Now what happened here? The ego reduced. What happened to ego? When we got initiation, our ego is reducing. That means our suffering is reduced. Suffering reduced. So to the degree I identify as a servant, to the degree my suffering is reduced. Simple formula. That's why Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idamattam Pratiksha Bhagavantam Susukam Kartumyam. When I say chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna, we'll get problems, still we have to be happy. That is the formula. Or it is reducing our ego, and we will be able to understand things more clearly and in a much better way. That is what is few more points. I will just share some few points in this regard on ego before I take questions. Just a few more points. So at the sadhaka level of our practice, okay, we'll take questions now only. Yeah, I have less time. 2 points I'll tell.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Could you
Okay.
please go ahead with the lecture so that we can take the question answers at the end?
How much is it? I didn't understand.
I'm saying, Prabhuji, please continue with the lecture because we have only 100. Then we can continue with the question answers. You said very few questions, few things
Yeah.
that
Because
are
I have class at 6, so I will not be able to take many questions. I will just few more points I will share, and then I will take question answers. 2-3 more points. Means of course many are there, but I'll share a few. So here sadhaka level, a person practices spiritual practice, then gradually things completely began to obey. And now first glance, the ego is a big obstacle. It is in a very difficult state. But slowly we have to come to understanding. Like this is a definition of ego. I will try to explain. A false ego is an identification of the subjective ability to see with the objective ability to watch. is a technical definition of ego. But I will try to explain. It's a definition. It says that ego is the identification of a perceiver with an act of perception or with an instrument of perception. Like we are the subject, the carrier of consciousness, the carrier of I. And the subject, by definition, has the ability to perceive. That means I am able to perceive. This is the nature of consciousness. Now, what the subject perceives something begins to identifying himself with the instrument of perceptions. This is called ego. Like that means, like I start identifying with something else. I have a consciousness, but I'm identifying the instrument of my perception. So the instrument of my perception is body. With the body, I'm able to see. Now, what I am doing, I'm start identifying with the body only. So that is the problem that is happening. Is that the soul has ability to interact. It's conscious. When we begin to identify ourselves with the act of perception or the instrument of perception, the soul can perceive, but it uses body to perceive certain things. Now I am identifying with the instrument only. You are different, instrument is different. But no. Like say, if I am sitting in a car and somebody comes and I am sitting in this chair, somebody comes and kicks my chair, it will hurt me only because I identify myself with the chair. You are all sitting in the chair, somebody comes and it is as good as hitting us. I didn't get hurt. He didn't touch my body also. If he hits my chair with the leg behind hard and he kicks, it is directly hurting my ego because I already identify myself with the chair because I am sitting on this. Somebody comes and hits the car, it's like hitting me only. The identity, especially chair, we can understand. Or if you are having somebody takes your shirt, I know he folds it and he stamps on throws it on the floor and he's stamping the chair, your shirt. It is hurting me. He didn't do anything to me. He's doing for the shirt. Why it is hurting? Because I identify with it. So like that, we identify with the body very strongly. And that's the reason it creates a big problem. Okay, I can take more, but I'll take question answers. We will.
Hare Krishna.
If there no questions, then I.
No, there is one hand raised, Prabhuji. Anuradha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji.
Please go ahead
Hare
with your
Krishna,
question.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Prabhu. It's a very introspective class, what I was hearing. And I don't know how much focus I could give. But when you went to Nishkam Karma, and you were saying everything offering to Krishna is Nishkam Karma, and you also quoted that Yat Karoshi is also Nishkam Karma, right, Prabhu?
Yeah.
I just want to know in that case, what is Sakam Karma, Prabhu?
Sakama is you do for your enjoyment, nothing to do with the Lord.
Oh, God is not there in the picture at all?
God is there, but He is there to help you to enjoy more. You are not even offering to Him. You
As
want
you're
Him
saying
to do
about
something.
the Janmashtami people who comes, like that's
Yeah. They just
okay.
they want something from the Lord.
Okay. So, but when we do an offer, like Yat Karoshi is Nishkam Karma Yoga.
Yeah.
Because we are not getting the karma out of it, right? That's why, because we are offering it to Krishna, so Krishna is anyway taking the karma. So it's something like that, Prabhu?
There they want to, that is Nishkama. But if you see the before shloka, before Karosh Asnasi, one shloka before, the previous shloka is Patram Pusham Phalam Toim Yume Bhaktaya Prajal. Krishna is still offer one flower, one leaf, little Ganga water, and one tulsi leaf or one fruit. And he's telling, I will accept it. But you have to do with devotion. But that is very difficult because you are accepting him as a master and you are serving him. But in Etkosha Asnasi, you don't accept him, you accept him, but it is my ego is still there. That's why it is easy to do everything, whatever you want to offer it to Krishna. But to offer with the devotion, because you have to give up your ego, that is very difficult. So in Nishkam Karma Yoga, you are getting free from karma, but heart is not changed. But that is difficult. So there is a difference. Yeah.
So Patram Pusham Phalam Toyam and Yat Karoshi, is it one is in Nishkam and one is Sakam? Something like that you're saying?
One is devotion. Patram Pusham Yome Bhaktya. Their bhakti is there. Here no bhakti. You're just offering.
Okay, so one is devotion and the other is Nishkam Karma.
Nishkam.
Okay, thank you so much.
That's why
Prabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yeho Bhaya. He said, no, this is not devotion. He rejected it.
Even Nishkam Karma, right?
Yeah, he rejected.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. I'm sure there will be more as I go through that, but thank you so much for this. Is all for now. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dr. Karpagavali, please go ahead and
Nandapriya Prabhuji, excellent session, Prabhuji. Just I want to ask you and then guide me how to develop this Nishkama Karma and how to then please our Krishna, Prabhuji. Please, and satisfy
We want to do devotion, Mataji. We don't want to do Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga is not very easy in Kali Yuga. We have to follow Varnashram Dharma and all, which is not very practical now. Better for us is the process which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended, and that is the very easy process in Kali Yuga, is you start identifying yourself as servant of Krishna and start doing, because I am servant of Krishna. Then what I will do, say you are a doctor, you are told you have to work in a certain hospital. Now whatever you do whole day work, it goes to the hospital only. Any patients come, anybody comes for consultancy, it's all for the hospital only, nothing for you. Whatever you work for that, because you already are given designation, Syrian consultant in so and so hospital. Now you are given a designation. You are a servant of Krishna. Now, whatever your activity you are doing for Krishna only. So there is nothing to offer to Krishna separately, because whatever you did, it already went to him. That is what is needed. That means, now what should I do? If you are a servant of Krishna, do activities which please him. He likes chanting his name, so we chant his names. He likes that we hear his katha, Bhagavatam. So we hear Bhagavatam katha. He likes that we serve the Vaishnavas. So we cook and offer him bhoga. We call Vaishnavas and serve them. This is what he pleases to him. So we try to do him, because whatever pleases him, we want to do it for him. Like that. No need of Nishkam. We have to do Bhakti.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Nikita Mataji, can you go ahead? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for allowing me. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, I have a lot of things in my mind, like which have been coming in the past, but today I'm getting this opportunity to ask you, because we are on the same topic today. So, Prabhuji, one thing, there is a confusion, like we should ask Krishna for help or we shouldn't ask. Okay, we are told not to ask anything from Krishna, but for in the example of Draupadi, like it said that Krishna was waiting for her to call him, because it said that Rukmini asked Krishna, why aren't you going to help Draupadi during the Chiraharan, Vastraharan? So Krishna said, she has to call me only, then only I will go now. So he waited till she actually surrendered and called for help, like, hey, Govind and all. So, Prabhuji, there's a confusion, like if there is a dire need to, ask for help from Krishna, should we or we shouldn't?
Yeah, here Mataji, it's more on how we are relating to Krishna. Like say, if I don't go to anybody else for getting my things done, I go only to Krishna. Like Ambarish Maharaj, once we have this story in Bhakti Sandarbha, that Indra, Lord Vishnu comes in the form of Indra and says, Ambarish Maharaj, I want to give you some benediction, take it. He says, no, I don't want anything. And Lord Vishnu in the form of Indra says, I'll kill you with my thunderbolt. He said, still I'll not take anything from you. I'll take only from my Lord. That is actually what is our relationship with the Lord. That means we don't go for help from anybody else. And we can ask the Lord. That's not wrong only. What is important is, even if it does not give, still our relation don't suffer. Like you ask the Lord, give me good house, give me big car, my children should be like this, my husband should be like this, my financial condition should be like this, I should have this. And you can ask Lord. If he does not fulfill, it will not change your relation with him. He said, okay, my dear Lord, if you don't want, let it be. And you continue serving him with love and devotion. That is not a problem. What is a problem is people, they are not doing anything to Krishna directly. That means Even if he gives or not gives, you wake up peacefully, chant his name, try to please him, do arti for him, offer bhoga to him, and continue reading Bhagavatam. Your service to the Lord is not hampering, and you are still very eager and very happy and jolly to serve him. So that is continuing. And apart from that, most important is if fulfills, not fulfills. It is not changing a relation. You are becoming more and more closer to him. That is very important. So we can ask the Lord, but our relation with him should increase in spite of the result. You may get it, you may not get it. But in general, normally people say their relation, no, they does not work. Arey, bahut baar mang liya, Krishna kuch nahi diya. I'll go to somebody else.
Yeah. So I understand now. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And also, Prabhuji, so many times this happens, like when we go to our home temple. So sometimes we feel like discussing our problems with him, talking to him, and sometimes we start hiding. So once we start hiding, something happens, like, if we are hiding and chanting, sitting in front of our Vigrah, so, we are hiding, but tears start flowing out. It's like that Krishna knows what's inside us. We are hiding from him, and he somehow blesses us. That also happens.
He is very kind mother. He is kind, loving mother and father. So he knows what is our situation, and he accepts whatever we are, and from whatever state we are, even little bit desire is there to come closer to him. He will try to facilitate it, and he will help us in that direction. Definitely, he will.
So Prabhuji, it gives a feeling that Krishna really wants us to communicate with him, whatever happy or sad situation we are in. So that is what I feel.
Yeah, he's a person. He likes if you share with him, you can discuss with him. He may not talk, but he will reciprocate in different way. And he was that we always tell to him whatever we are going through, our good and bad, everything. It's a relationship. Relationship means we have to share. Dadati pratiguna, 6 exchanges of love.
Thank you, Prabhuji. This gives me an inspiration to communicate more. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. I don't see any more questions, Prabhuji, but I am not satisfied with the way in which you have ended it, because I also have so many questions. But because you have constraints, let's end the session. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening class today, and we are eternally grateful to you. We look forward for your association again, as always. Let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Mantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Jai.
God bless you all.
Nityananda.
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 Nityananda. Hare Hare
Thank you so
Bol.
much, dear devotees. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you all for joining the call.